Yes, people! Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Yes, I've been away. Yes, I'm back. Yes, it's time to get back into the swing of things. We will be talking West Ham versus Chelsea tomorrow, midday kickoff. So stay tuned with that. The usuals, going through Tuchel's press conference. We'll go through the head-to-heads. We'll go through the proposed 11 that we supposedly think we're going to do. Open up the lines, get you involved, talk a little bit at the beginning about the game against Watford because I haven't been able to do that yet. So all of that coming ahead. So please stay tuned. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's do this. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is you may be around the world. We did have a little break. It was only a 2-day break. I was in a middle of, I say forest, but in a place that was very foresty. You know, nice lodge, jacuzzi. Tried to upload. I actually pre-recorded something for you guys for the Watford game, but I had such bad Wi-Fi there, I couldn't upload it. I literally could not upload it for you guys to watch it for the next day. But you know, we're here. I'm back. I wasn't gone too long. I promised you guys a stream, and yes, we're back into the swing of things, meaning daily GNA TV shows for you guys. If you are new here, you know what you need to do. Smash the like button. We're on the road to 3.3k subscribers, and we're about 40 away from doing that. But I need you to do one thing first. Over 12 of you here already. Get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. The lines are going to be open very shortly, or should I say a bit later on, to get you guys involved and have your say. But before I just quickly delve into Watford, because I do want to talk a little bit about it, because I didn't get to I know we didn't get to do it on the review show because I wasn't around, but we will talk about it. Let's just quickly see who's in the chat. Big up to Chi. Says this one Gem decided on a late stream. Yeah, literally, I got back wherever I needed to go, had some food, and it was like, okay, what do I do? Do I not stream? Do I do it on Saturday? But I remember we're playing at 12:30, so I was like, nah, we'll stream tonight. Big up to FD, nice to see you in the house. CFC Stephen, big up to you, bro. I hope you're well wherever it is as well. Back again, and I told you I'd be back. I told you it wouldn't be out for too long. Big up to Andre in the house. This game is very important, is what he's saying as well. It is an important game. It's an important game in many ways for us, especially on what we saw against Watford. And we are going to touch on it a little bit because it was a game that, for me, in many ways, was quite disappointing. When I think about the games that we've played under Tuchel, what I think was probably one of the worst games I've seen us play under him, that had to be up there. Now, I know that we did have to reshuffle. I know that there was a lot of decisions made in terms of switching certain personnel. But by God, we were poor. We could have drew, we could have lost to that Watford team. And we just about got past through it. There was, for me, 2 players in that game that stood out more than any. And that's out of a real bad bunch because they were all bad mostly throughout the game. Kai Havertz, who I thought had a very good game against Watford, and Mason Mount, who obviously got his goal, So there was some ups. There were some decent performances from the boys. Other than that, it was a poor performance overall. The fact that we looked like we didn't look like, and we understood our roles. We lacked leadership. We lacked experience. And as soon as Thiago Silva came on, I keep banging on about it. As soon as Thiago Silva came on that pitch, things changed. We did look more solid. We did look more organised. We did look more like we knew what we were doing going into it. Still wasn't great because I still think in the second half we still didn't have control. But we were let down by the midfield. And I keep banging on about the win back in Alonso. Poor. Poor. All right, he helped set up the goal, which played Kai Havertz in, which then he scored. Fair enough, I hear that. But the overall game was just not good enough. We were just not good enough. And we could have easily dropped points. Mendy had to get involved a couple of times as well. Put it this way. If we play like that against West Ham tomorrow, we're getting slapped. And it will be 2-0 West Ham or 3-0 West Ham. We cannot afford to play in the same way as we did against Watford, against West Ham. It just doesn't work. You just can't do it. Big up to Chelsea fan houses. Big up, Jim. I hope you're doing good today, my friend. I'm good, man. I hope you're well. It's good to be back. Good to be streaming with you guys. Nick Blues in the house says, big up, Jim. Let's burst those bubbles. Yeah, let's burst those bubbles. Them bubbles that fly around every day. I think it's every before match kickoff at West Ham. As soon as Chilwell was injured, we keep on conceding goals. I wonder why. Do you really want me to get into that one? I agree with you, bro. We was bad. Big up to Football Star who's in the house as well. Big up to you, my guy. Listen, guys, keep hitting them likes. If you are new here, please subscribe to GNA TV as well. It'd be nice for you guys to please share on your socials as well. Just let people know that we're live. Jemmy's back. Jemmy's back. He's streaming. He hasn't gone missing. He's here. And he's here to do a preview show. We will open the lines as well. I promise that you guys that we will definitely look to do that. So we will open the lines very soon. There is one time Watford was so close to getting a goal, but Mendy came out and tackled him. Yeah. And at the same time, nearly injured himself as well. Now, there was a number of times that Watford could have been ahead. We just look shaky. We look really, really bad. And I hope that we don't ever have a game like that again. I don't want to see us playing like that against West Ham, because the teams like West Ham will punish us. They will punish us massively, and we can't afford for that. But listen, guys, over 15 of you here already. Make sure you continue smashing the like buttons as well. Big up to Bex, who's in the house as well. Was talking to Bex on Discord. If you ain't on the Discord, make sure you go over to that as well. She'll put the link as we go through in the chat when we was watching the Watford game, and everyone had the same sort of feeling. It was just such a poor performance. Even though we won the game, it felt like it was just not good enough. It just was not good enough whatsoever. Big up to Gio. Thank you for that donation, bro. We do have the option of super chats, guys. I know a lot of you guys that are in here are probably maybe not aware of it, but you can donate to the channel. It does help the channel progress, move forward. Get new equipment, try and make things look better for you guys when we're doing these shows. Gio saying, big up, Jim. Can't wait to watch the game tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. I feel Chelsea will make a big statement tomorrow. Keep up that great work. Thank you, Gio. Big up to you, my man. Always just a big supporter of this channel. Has been since day dot. I remember when we only had a couple of subscribers, and Gio was one of the first guys to come on the stream. And yeah, big up to you, Gio. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the performances of AC Milan and Fikayo Tomori, who is in your team as well. So yeah, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Thank you for the donation. Roman, hope you enjoyed the draw at Man United. I know you had to go back. Probably gone back now, but yeah, it is what it is. Big up to you anyway. Clement said, we are fucked, man. I have a bad feeling. Why? Why, Clement? Why do you have a bad feeling? What is that feeling? What is it that worries you, mate? Tell me. Because we are going to delve into Tuchel's press conference. That's the way we always start, as always. But like I said, guys, continue to hit them likes, subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So in terms of Tuchel, what Tuchel was talking about today, I didn't get to sort of catch up with it, but there was some good news in terms of people that had returned. Obviously, Reece James and Jorginho are two players, along with Timo Werner, who are available in training. Both trained, all three of them trained with the boys today and yesterday as well. The only people that are missing out now is obviously Kovacic, who we know is still struggling with a hamstring injury. N'Golo Kante, who again I thought was only going to be a couple days with his knee injury, but it seems like it's going to be dragged a bit more, unfortunately. And then other than that, you have got Ben Chilwell, who we know is suffering from that ACL and going to be out till next year. And Trevor Chalobah. Obviously, we see Trevor Chalobah go down, holding the back of his hamstring. Something that I was a little bit worried about, not going to lie, when I see him go down. And then it kind of ticked to me that, again, playing too many games, back to back games. It is getting us. There has to be a bit more, even though I want to see a bit more chemistry between the players. Sometimes playing back-to-back games, 90 minutes as well, can catch up even with a youngster like Chalobah. You know, so I would say that we need to be careful. Really need to be careful, especially with the injuries this building up at the moment. For me, the players that we do miss massively and watching the Watford game is Kovacic, N'Golo Kante, Ben Chilwell. Massively missed. Massively missed. It's important to have Reece and Georgie back, says Tuchel. Reece is a specialist on the side. I keep saying it. Specialist is the professional word, but for me, he's more of a hybrid. Someone that is so important to this system. Georgie is a guy left from the three of him, Kova and N'Golo Kante on those shoulders. I'm absolutely happy with the way Ruben has stepped in, but we're happy Georgie's back in training. So what does that mean? We're going to find out later because we will be doing a combined, I'll say a preferred 11 going into this game based on what we know, what we've seen up to now. So make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure that you keep hitting them likes. I will open the lines as well. I want your guys' thoughts and opinions in this game. What do Chelsea need to do to come through this? What do Chelsea need to do is the biggest question mark going again up against West Ham. There's the link to the Discord, guys. Bex has put it in the chat. Big up to her. So if you guys do want to get involved, please just click the Discord link and that will take you directly to me over there. To us, shall I say, in the GNA community. Not going to lie, I might have to sack Tuchel if he doesn't beat West Ham. Why? Can't wait for Johnny Blue to come on and say, Stella Rose, we need to hear it. Can we rate the players quickly as we do the preferred 11? Can we rate the players quickly? What do you mean, Bex? You're talking about the players playing tomorrow? Yeah, give me a bit more clarity on that one. Give me a bit more clarity. Romelu Lukaku has come off the bench twice and is available to start. Thomas Tuchel hasn't said that he doesn't think he can. He's been training hard. He's eager to start. I don't know exactly how difficult it is to reach your top level after injury. Romelu and all other guys, we should try to reach our top levels, maybe in different in every match. So, you know, for him to start again, he's saying that tomorrow there may be questions. Watford caused us a lot of problems tomorrow. There'll be new questions. You know, it will be new questions of West Ham. It's a completely different team. They'll bring energy. They will defend well. They will play counter. And we will be talking a bit about West Ham and what it is that they're doing so well at the moment. What is it that West Ham are doing so well to affect us, you know? As in rate their Watford performances. The thing is, if I start doing that, I'm going to be sitting here for at least half hour talking about a past game. And I tried to do it yesterday. I tried to get it uploaded for you yesterday when I want to try and concentrate on the West Ham. But if you want to rate them, put them in the chat and I'll bring them up. I'll tell you my honest opinion because it's quite easy. Barring Kai Havertz, Silva, and Mount, who I think were close to 7.5s, 8s, not anything better than that. I would say the rest of them are all under 6. Probably all under 6. Some of them on the lower end, 4s, 4.5s, 5s. Like I don't see any Chelsea player that played against Watford being higher than a 7.5 or a 7. Just doesn't happen. Other than Mount, Kai Havertz, and Thiago Silva. That's my thoughts on that. But there you go, guys. Over 20 of you here still. Make sure you hit them likes. 30 minutes in. We're going to look at the head-to-heads, and then we're going to do the 11. Put the link into the chat. Get your thoughts and opinions about tomorrow's game. Before we do that, I want to kind of talk a little bit about West Ham and Chelsea tomorrow because, again, I mean, we can look at the head-to-head, and it's a bit mixed. I'm not going to lie, it's not a ground that we're not successful on. If we look at when we last went there, we won 1-0 back in 2021 of April. And then since that, we lost 3-2 back in July 2020. If I'm right in that game, I think that was under Frank Lampard. Yeah, under Frank Lampard. I remember that game. Goals from Souček, Antonio Yarmolenko, and 2 Willian goals. One of them penalty, and one of them obviously out on the pitch. That lost 3-2. Lost 3-2 in that game. That was in Lampard's, I think, first season. Prior to that, we played them again on 2018 of September. We drew 0-0. We then played them again on the 9th of December 17, where we lost 1-0. Again, who was that under? That was under... Who was that under? Was that under Sarri? Was that Sarri year or was that I can't remember, or was that Conte year? Or was that the year Conte got sacked? I can't remember. But anyway, we lost 1-0. I remember that game actually, because if I'm right, yeah, Arnautovic got the goal. Yep, that makes sense. We then played them again where we won 2-1 back in 2017 of March. And then we played them again and lost 2-1 in the League Cup. So if you there's a rhythm. What I'm trying to get at is it's not all one way. Chelsea won recently, then lost, then drew, then lost, then won, then lost, then won. So it's kind of a bit of back and forwards for Chelsea in terms of levels of performances on the head-to-heads against these guys. So the answer for me with this would be that it is a ground where we can get points. It's not a ground that's really a bogey ground in many ways, but however you don't turn up, you get punished. And there's been many times where Chelsea have gone over to play against West Ham away, and it's been peak. We've not played well, and they've capitalised on it. Again, Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there it is, guys. Click the link that take you directly to us as well. Not gonna lie, I might have to sack Tuchel if he does not beat West Ham. That's what Raymond's saying. Can't wait for Johnny Boy Blue. Mendy question mark. Yeah, Mendy. To be fair, Clement, you're right. Mendy was only the other one that was probably over that as well. It wouldn't have been a 6 or anything like that. But yeah, on terms of the last 5-6 games, we've won a couple, lost a couple, drew 1 or 2 in between. So it's definitely a ground where we will need to turn up and play our game to our full extent. And when I say that, I mean performances against Leicester. The way we started the Leicester game, if we do that against West Ham, we'll beat them. Now I know there was a lot of Chelsea fans that were worried about West Ham and what they can offer or what they can do to this Chelsea team, and I agree. There is elements to West Ham that can be a problem for Chelsea. You look at the way the people that are scoring their goals: Bowen, Benrahma, Fornals, Antonio, who already knows their top goal scorer in great form, all have something to offer that can hurt Chelsea. How do you stop them from getting in the game? Because I really do think they're going to set up to maybe give the ball away, still press. They will still press hard. Don't get me wrong, they will be on us. But what Chelsea will need to do so well is when the press is hit, whether they do press or not, which I think they might do a bit of both, you have to beat the lines. You have to break the lines. So from deep into midfield, from midfield to the forward line quickly. I want to see quick, progressive football. Progressive is the key against West Ham. If we decide to go sideways and backwards and allow them time to get back into positions to be able to hold their runs and things like that, it's going to be a long day because we can see clearly that David Moyes has got this West Ham team defending very well. From midfield to defence, they all know their roles. They don't get pulled out too much. So it's going to involve people that can progressively move the ball forward, run with the ball, dribble as well, to attract them and try and create spaces. Now, when they have got the ball, they will commit. They will commit forward. You'll have Antonio, Benrahma and Bowen. One of the 3 things that they always try and do so well is get up the pitch quickly. Get up the pitch, get in the box. But then Suchek also goes and Declan Rice sits. Now, that can be a problem for them, providing that we break down the break. If Chelsea can break down the break sooner rather than later, whilst they're on the break, and then move the ball quick enough to the front 3, who we're going to talk about later. We're going to do the 11, the preferred 11. I want you guys to get involved in the chat as well. I will open up the lines, as always. Always open up the lines for you guys to get involved as well. So make sure you stay tuned for the link in the chat very shortly as well. But it's going to involve us having to perform like we did against Leicester, and we dominated away at Leicester. We gave them problems. We gave them big problems, and it needs to be out of that kind of performance. If we go and play like we did against Watford, and I'm going to be honest with you guys now, if we do not start quickly, if we don't dominate games and we just allow pressure on us, we could lose. We'll not get hammered, but we could lose 1, 2-0, 2-1. This West Ham team is no pushover. They're in better form than most teams in the league currently at the moment. And, do I have to really bring up the league right now? I mean, I can bring up the Premier League Prem table. Why not? Over 30 of you here, guys. Hit the likes. Please smash the like button. If you are all in the chat, subscribe if you're new as well, because we're on our way to 3.3k subscribers. So every new subscriber does help. But they're a team that are in good, good form. Let's look at them where they are in the league currently at the moment. You got to do it. All right, look, their last 5 games, they've kind of took a bit of a turn because they was in great form prior to these 5 games. They've now lost 2, won 2, and drawn 1. Chelsea, bit of a hitting miss again. So win, draw, win, draw, win. So it's going to be interesting. They're in full for a reason. They're a team that have played or been coached by David Moyes for, what is it, 2-3 seasons now, and he's got them ticking, and they all understand their roles and they know their system. They know how to play the game. So I expect this Chelsea team. One second, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to blimmin' multitask here as always. I expect this West Ham team to maybe concede a bit of possession, but at the same time, try and win the ball back quickly. And if they do win the ball back, it's then how quickly can they get it up the pitch. The one thing that Chelsea are very good at doing, and we know this, is the closing, is the shutting down, is getting in their faces, is winning the ball high up the pitch. When we do lose the ball, the key will be for Chelsea to win the ball back as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. We have to win the ball back as quickly as possible. But yeah, what are your thoughts, guys, in the chat? Because obviously we come back on the back of a game that we played against Watford, which wasn't great. It wasn't the greatest to watch. But at the same time, you're going to have games like that. And I am one for saying that these kind of games could happen, even though I don't like seeing too many of them. We do need to bounce back, and we are going to do an 11. Well, any minute now. If we play like we did against Watford, we'll lose. And Aaron's right. You can't afford to do that. You can't afford to just think that you can turn up half-heartedly to this game, because it will become a problem. Make sure that you smash the likes, guys. Over 30 of you here. Please make sure that you join the Discord group as well. Over 30 of you here now. If you ain't joined the Discord group, click the link there. Rebecca's got the link there. Silva will be needed tomorrow against the likes of Antonio. I 100% agree. I don't see why not he don't start. For me, he has to start. There's no. And you saw how important was coming into the second half against Watford. More control, more understanding, leaderships. That leadership moment. Big up to Ollie Wasey as well. Nice to see you in the chat, my guy. We need our strongest team tomorrow. 100%, Nick Blue. I agree. We do need to make sure that we field a decent team. A team that can actually, in many ways, try and get the job done early. Get a goal early. Get a goal early. Impose yourself on them. You have to impose yourself on them. We need to win tomorrow. We do. We need to win, because if you look at Liverpool and Man City, 1 and 2 points between us and them, that's nothing. It's a game. We could easily go from being first to third like that. One game. And that's why I keep saying this December period so important, guys. So important. So important. But let's delve into the team. Let's do a quick squad builder based on what Tuchel's told us up to now. Jim, what are your thoughts on our left wing back situation? I don't know if you know my thoughts. I do talk about it quite a lot on here, to be fair. It's an issue. For me, it's an issue. Now, it's not to say that we won't win games, because we have and we will with Alonso playing there. My issue is the level of individual playing in that position. And the issue for me with that is I don't think that Alonso is at a level close to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell's here, Alonso here. You know what you can get from Alonso, which means I'd still play him in that position because he does understand it better than taking a risk like a Sao Niguez or playing an Aspie there. I'd still play him. My issue is I think we need to find someone that can get not on the same level, but be there or thereabouts, be able to offer something going forward, but also be able to offer something going backwards. That's what I want to see. I want to see strength in depth in them positions. I don't think Chelsea have that. As strong as our squad is in terms of numbers, I don't think the quality is there. That's my honest opinion. I think we have players that are kind of just being carried along. I don't look at our B team and think, wow, we've got so many good players that come in to replace the players that we've got out. That's my issue. It's a good squad, and rotation's important, and they can all turn up in moments in games. But in terms of level of quality in this system and how we play the system, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's as great as we think it is. Football style saying you play Aspie as right centre back. We're going to talk about that now. Jem, are we ever going to come on stream after a game? Not complain about Alonso having a disaster class. Well, he did get the goal. There's not much to be said. I mean, he did help set up the goal by running in the pocket, playing it into Kai Havertz, who played it along to Mason Mount, who then finished it off. I don't think we win the league without Chilwell, so in my opinion, we have to sign a left back, maybe on loan. Yeah, or we go and look and bring someone back. Bring someone back from there, someone that can come in and Tuchel can elevate, whether it's an academy player, reserves player, whoever he is, whoever that can come in and do a job. Come in, do it. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Let's move on anyway. Let's move on. We have. Let's start with the left centre back because it's always easy. Who's starting? Is it really anyone else other than Antonio Rudiger? Let me know in the chat as well. What are your thoughts, position by position? And then we'll talk about the overall team and why we think Tuchel will start this and why he should maybe start this team as well. Rudiger, he has to play. For me, he's one of the only players that can play in that position. My thing with it is that he's maybe be getting overplayed. I think the Watford game, I don't think he was that good. I don't think he was that good whatsoever. I thought he was... You see the difference. You remember I say to you guys about Thiago Silva and then Rudiger and Christensen? There's a difference. The difference for me is the ability as much, because we know that they have the ability to defend and play to a certain standard. It's more of when you're in the mud and you're in the hard moments, where are the leaders? Where are the people that are pulling the team together? Where are the people, helping us get through? And when you look at these players, the Rudigers, etc., they're meant to be the most experienced, going into the 28s, nearly 30s. You expect more from them. But for me, it's like they drop to the same level, near enough. And I know it's hard when you've got players around you that ain't performing to a level, but I don't know. I was not impressed with Rudiger against Watford. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, he's going to have games where he's not great, shall we say. He's not absolutely, he's not going to be 10 out of 10, and I expect that. So he still has to play because he's our best in that position. He's still in great form, world class form, shall we say, in many ways. So he deserves to start. But Rudiger, Silva, and Aspie is what Aaron's saying. Rudy, Christensen, Silva. Silva is a true leader. Rudiger seems to panic sometimes. I agree. To be fair, Rudiger was covering for Sal and Alonso, but definitely a difference between Rudiger and Silva in terms of installing control. 100%, Bex. 100%. 100%. Guys, let's smash the like buttons, please. Let's try and smash the like button. Please share in all your algorithms as well. Let's share to the people on Twitter. Let's let people know that we are currently live and that they can join us if they'd like to. I am we're about 30 away from 3.3k subscribers as well. So please continue hitting them likes, guys. Massively appreciated. We'll open up the lines very soon, so I want your thoughts, your feelings, and your opinions on this as well. So make sure that you stay tuned. I go with Rudiger, Silva, and Aspie. Yeah, Rudy and Aspie for me, mate. Aspie. Okay, aspirin. Did you say aspirin? Charlie, man, that was a good one. Aspirin. Rudy and aspirin. All right, let's move. In the middle, it's got to be Thiago Silva. There's no one else really for me that comes in and doesn't play other than this guy, the El Monstro, our best centre-back, the best defender in the league currently for me at the moment in Thiago Silva. So important to this system. I look at our wing-backs as being one of the most important or the most important thing, but Thiago Silva's up there. This is why he doesn't get rested. If he's fit and he's okay and he can play and Tuchel knows that, he plays him. Shouldn't have had to play him against teams like Watford. Let's be serious. But he came on in the second half and he made, for me, we looked more in control. More in control. I don't think Christensen will play. Um, there's a lot of contract talk around Christensen at the moment in terms of his, in terms of his contract and what's happening with that at the moment. But in terms of the player, we know that he can perform. We know that he's again in great form. Some people saying Aspie. I hear that, but at the same time, when you're up against the West Ham team with a lot of pace, definitely with a lot of pace, a team that can play break, counter, and Aspie against Antonio on the break, I'm not too sure. I think he'll want pace. I think Chalobah would have started if he wasn't injured. He'll look at Christensen and think he has to come in. It's an easy choice for me. I don't see Aspie getting in this team against the West Ham team that are going to play in the break. That's my thing. Um, Charlie, I know you said Aspie as well, unless you're going to play him as a wing back, which again I don't really want to see him there. So we definitely move from there. We then move on to the wing backs. Obviously, Reece James is fit. He's only out for a game. I expect him to start because he is that important. He is a specialist, as Tuchel said, in this position and needs to be playing in these type of games, especially games where we're away against teams that can give us problems. We need our best players on the pitch. We have to field our best players that we have available in our team, and he's that important. Simple as. Offensively, you saw it against Watford. The Aspies, the Alonsos, nothing. Other than Alonso's all right run offensively for the goal and passed inside, they don't offer anything, man. We struggle, and then we look to the middle of the midfield, and we didn't even have anything there. We didn't even have anything from the middle of the midfield. So my thing is, it. I don't know. I just think we have to play who are our best two at the moment. And as much as we moan about Alonso, and I do as well, we don't really have any other options. We can't be risking players against West Ham to play there. Yes, it's an issue defensively because he hasn't got the pace. He hasn't. He hasn't got the pace. But I don't think we have any choice, and he's going to continuously keep playing these games. He's going to have to play games like West Ham and probably most of the games in the Christmas period until we sort this out. It's going to be peak. That's all I want to say for you guys. Watching Alonso play game after game after game, knowing that we don't really have anything else. There's no other options for Chelsea to look at and go, right, let's play him. Let's give him a chance. Maybe in January we could potentially look to bring in the boy from Coventry, Matton, is it? The youngster, maybe. Or we go and buy. Or we just go and buy. Big up to VJ in the house. I hope you're well, bro. Nice to see you in the chat. Alonso will be there tomorrow, is what DJ Drop is saying. I hear that. Bex at left wing back. Yeah. Let's get Bex in there. Yeah, honestly, Bex, I said to you in the chat, I would happily get you flown over to UK and in this team. That is it. Straight up. We lost the midfield battle. What are you talking about? If you're talking about the Watford game, we lost the battle everywhere. We wasn't good anywhere on the pitch. I would try Sal because he has speed and can tackle very. No. Football style. You cannot be testing in games like against West Ham, who are sitting fourth in the Premier League, players like Sal playing off as a left wing back, thinking it could work. It's just. I don't think Sal even liked playing that position. Why the hell would we want him to play as a left wing back? It makes no sense. We don't need him over there. We have to stick with what we know. And what we know, unfortunately, is Alonso. We have nothing else, people. My hands are tired. We can't do anything. Our football club's tired. Hands are tired. We need to improve in them areas. Simple as. Ruben off the cheek and Sal trying to hold the ball for a long time will cause issues to us when we play teams who like to press exactly. And West Ham might do that tomorrow. He's not here, is he? He's gone. Big up to you, Io Deji. Nice to see you back in the chat, mate. Ruben lost his cheek and Sal is where we lost the game. No. We didn't lose the game. We drew. We drew, VJ. I don't know. I don't know what you think we lost. Sorry, we didn't drew. We won. We won the game. You even confused me. We didn't lose the game. We won. We've got another choice at the moment. We just have to go with Alonso. We haven't got another choice. You're right. Smash the likes, join the Discord. You know what to do. Hit them likes, guys. We should be on at least 30 likes now. I don't want to have to keep looking. It's the first time I've had to actually have a look. Have we got enough likes? 24 likes. We're 6 away from 30. We should be there. Please get the likes up. Please do that. And share on your socials as well. Hope Lonzo gets a lightning boost and transform to a flash overnight. Let me tell you something now. That is not happening. That comment there is never happening. Never, ever happening. J5 and RLC. We're going to move into the middle now. And Jorginho is past as fit, as Tuchel said today. He will be playing in the middle for me with a Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I don't see, again, any other reason anyone else has to play. You know, it has to be them too. You know, Jorginho has to come in. Jorginho has to come in because you saw how we couldn't even hold the ball, how we couldn't even control the ball. It's quite poor, actually, really. Yeah, tell me about it, mate. I feel the same. I'm not even going to joke. Everyone like right now is what Charlie's saying. Please do that, guys. Mark Berto Carlos, 2 pre-assists, Chelsea legend, 5-year deal. Hassan, you're just no. You just no. Massey B's back, says we don't have proper front three like Liverpool. We don't. However, we have depth. We have options. The issue we have is finding the chemistry for them to all play together, for it to actually work between them. That's the issue that Chelsea are having right now, you know. Hit the likes, guys. Over 50 of you here. Please do that as well. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the middle is what ODJG is saying. Big up to him. We were very happy that we were scoring from every position. And once we get a team like Watford, we get just panicked. We need Lukaku to go for the kill. There is certain games where we will need players to kill games off. And we won't always dominate games. And I think that was a good example, Watford. You know, you need the goal from other people on the pitch. We can do that. But there's moments where you need players to kill games. And I don't think we have many of them. We don't have killer. When you look at our front three, other than Lukaku, we don't really have killer instinct. I think it's been proven in the last 2 games. You mean Callum Hudson-Odoi can do it. Timo Werner continues missing. Kai Havertz squanders chances. Hakim Ziyech is not that. Mason Mount is not that. That's my thing, man. That's my thing. That is my thing. Andreas, big up to Andreas in the house, man. Nice to see you in the chat. He says Mount, Lukaku, Ziyech is the front three for that. We're going to get to the front three very soon, guys. So make sure that you stay tuned. The lines are going to be open as well. Andreas, if you're around, you're free, mate. Always welcome to join us in the live stream in a bit. I think Ziyech will start. We'll get into that. Cho left wing back. Really? Really? Also, love how Aspie got the armband to Rudiger and not Alonso when he came off against Watford. Yeah, I hear that. Big up, Andreas. Big up to him. But yeah, let's move into the front three because it's definitely telling. Who will start in the front three against West Ham tomorrow? I want your thoughts and opinions, guys, in the chat. Let me know your front three now. I'm going to give you the 3 that I think Tuchel's going to do. I'll give you 2. I'm going to give you the one that I think Tuchel's going to do. And I'm going to give you another that I would like to see. 2 different. I think Lukaku starts. I think Cho starts. This is what I think Tuchel's going to do, yeah? And I think Mount starts. That's what I think Tuchel's going to do. That's the 3 that I think he's going to go for. Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Lukaku. Now, if you was to ask me, Jem, what is it that you would like to play? If I was Tuchel, what would I do going into this game tomorrow? Okay. And it's nothing against Mason Mount. I need to see this. I need to see Lukaku and Havertz play more. I need it for my own. I need to see it. I just think that there's something possibly there. And that needs chemistry. It needs game time. It needs what Kai Havertz did against Watford, and I'm hoping he's turning the corner now as well, especially in his form recently, being more consistent now. But I think we're getting to a point now where he's going to push forward again. And when he is fit, when he is playing to the top of his game, he is that effective. And I think him playing off a Lukaku with his movement, making runs into spaces against West Ham or linking the play would be good. I want to see Havertz, Cho, and Lukaku at one point. I do. I want to see it happen. I know people saying, but Lukaku and Havertz don't work. Havertz is a 9, this, that, and the other. He's not. His best position is playing off someone and using his movement to run into these positions. I honestly think it could work. You know, £70 million player there, £97 million player. We bought them for a reason. We don't spend that kind of money for them to not play. I want to see them play. I want to see this. Now, if I didn't see this, I don't mind seeing, just for the whole directiveness, what I was saying, be progressive going forward, this as well. Because Reece James and Pulisic, I think, could really cause problems down one wing. The issue I have on this wing is that Hudson-Odoi is going to have to do a lot more going forward, because yes, he will get there when he gets there. Yes, he will get there when he gets there. That's how bad it is. But other than being an option to pass the ball to, he's not going to do much. So I do think we're heavily going to use or attack down this side of the pitch. So if we're going to do that, then you want to see him in the box, arriving in late with Cho and Lukaku, these three. Because he is good in the box. That's one thing I would say he is good at. He's tall. He can score. He's got a good left foot. The ball lands to him outside the box. If it's deflected out, he will bang it in. Like, that's Alonso. You know, I think it's hard to build up play with these two down one wing. That would be my issue with it. So I just think Pulisic and James would work. I think Havertz and James would work. I would like to see that. And that's not because I don't think Mason Mount deserves to play, because I think Mason Mount will play. It's just what I want to see different. And Mason Mount, when he plays, is a hard worker. He will help Jorginho when Loftus-Cheek goes forward, if he decides to go forward, because he's still, for me, not been the same. He will do the all-round thing, and that's cool. But he doesn't necessarily he's not always progressive when he has the ball at his feet. And I think a Havertz and a Pulisic are more direct at doing that. With the ball at their feet, picking up in the pocket of space, turn, run, run, drive, attract players, skip a player. You know, Cho does it at one side. We need someone on the other side that can do that. We need to pull him out. And in Lukaku, we need to see a big performance from him. You know, I need to start seeing him getting involved now. You know, he's back. He should be fit. I need chances created. If there are chances created for him, he needs to start putting him in the back of net. As Chelsea, we need to see that. We need to see goals. Listen, guys, over 90 of you here, 45 minutes in. Make sure you smash that like button, please. Smash it. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Please subscribe to the channel. I am going to be opening up the lines in about 10 minutes' time. Yeah, in about 10 minutes' time. I want you guys to get involved. I want your thoughts and feelings. How do Chelsea beat this West Ham team tomorrow? What is your 1 to 11? How do you think Tuchel should set up this game? What are the dangers of Chelsea going into this game as well? What are the dangers? What have we got to be careful of, if there are any? Andreas says, do you think Ziyech deserves to play, Jem? I think Ziyech, as of recent, performed very well. My issue with it is that I think that the performances that we're getting, I've seen from him lately, where he's been good, usually when he comes off the bench. Not to say that I think he's a bench player, but at the moment, if he's going to play well and he needs to be consistent, maybe don't start him and continuously keep bringing him off the bench where he's hungry and he knows he still wants to fight for his position. And if we can continue seeing his performances and he's being consistent and we have patterns of them performances, then give him a start. I just think in certain games, he should be playing. He shouldn't be playing. And against West Ham, I don't think we need a Ziyech in this game. Maybe later as an option. Because let's be serious, he does give us an option. He does give us an option. because it's not good. It's not good enough. Offensively, Alonso's, decent-ish offensively, but Aspie and Cho running down the way. Cho's not gonna, he's gonna be cutting in. It's gonna be obvious. Yes, defensively it will be better, but it depends what you want from this game, right? Do you want Chelsea to come out out of the blocks and get a goal early and go for it, or do you want us to be a little bit more reserved and let the game drag out, defend well, make sure that you stop any gaps for the Bowens and the Ben Ramas and the Antonio's to run into? That's my question to you guys. Big up to Adrian in the chat. Nice to see you, bro. Alonso was only good for the 2 goals against Watford. I agree, Eric Blue, massively. Ziyech deserves to play, but he looks the best coming off the bench. Facts. Exactly what I just said there as well. Mount and Ziyech for 20-minute cameos, what Jonathan wants. We can't attack in the air. Zuma will have the aerial jewels in his hands. Yes, to a degree, because he is very good in the air. In Kurt Zuma, not going to lie. Smash the likes, guys. Please do so. Subscribe if you're new as well. She's also put the Discord group, Discord link in the chat, so you can join the GNA TV Discord group. We're only 34 likes, so let's try and get them up. We should be on 50 likes. Please make sure that you all hitting that like button. Subscribe if you're new as well. Ziyech needs to play. Why does he need to play? Why does he need to play? Would be my question, VJ, to you. And you will have the opportunity to say that, because the line's going to be open in the next 5 minutes for you to come in and get involved. I want to know your thoughts and feelings. So if you want to join me on here, tell me why. But in terms of what I think Tuchel's going to do, this is what I think he'll do. Is it a good enough team to beat West Ham? Yes. Are we going to have to play to a certain level? Yes. Are we going to have a same level of performance as we have against Leicester and Juventus? Yeah. More so Leicester. Leicester, for me, is the best example of a game that I can think of that of how we need to perform against West Ham away, because that was obviously away, and how we dominated from 0 to 90. I need to see that. I need to see that. And if we do that, we will beat them. They will have chances. I don't condone that. I think Antonio will give us problems. I think Ben Rama can do. But when I look at my back 3, if them 3 are to play, Christensen can deal with Ben Rama and his trickery. I'm not worried about that. Thiago Silva, Christensen and Rudiger will have to work well in terms of Antonio's movement and pace. Ideally, if he decides to come out here and here, you would fancy that Rudiger and Christensen with their pace can deal with it. Other than that, Thiago Silva, if he keeps him in front of him, I've always got the confidence in Thiago Silva to defend against a player like Antonio. And a player like Antonio, he needs the ball. He needs the ball. So this is why I say that the people in front, the midfield, the forward line, whoever's playing in these positions, have to work hard when we lose the ball. Because they will be deep and they will break and they will drive into spaces. And we need to win the ball back quickly in these areas, higher up the pitch. And I need to see Lukaku making runs. He can't just be standing there. He's got to help press, chase the ball down. Mount will be on there to do the press as well, which is why I think he'll start. If it ain't Mount, Havertz plays, he will do the same. Press. Havertz is a presser, he'll do it. Hudson-Odoi, who hadn't been a presser in recent times, I'd like to say added that to his game now, especially under Tuchel. Press, win the ball back. Whatever. James, same. Get the ball to this guy as much as possible. Get him involved in the game. Because he will be part of the reason why Chelsea probably get a goal. With his deliveries, with his creativity, with his passing. Reece James will be important for Chelsea going into this game, massively. And in the midfield, all I want to see between these two is hard work. You're up against Declan Rice and Thomas Souček, 2 players that have played with each other for a long time. Will not make it easy. Declan Rice has got a point to prove at the moment, hasn't he, in terms of wanting to move away. Let's not give them the opportunity to do that. Don't give Declan Rice time to play the ball. Take control in the midfield. If we lose the midfield battle, it could be hard. It really could be peak. Listen, nearly 100 of you here. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well, guys. Let's make sure you do that. I am going to release a link, as I promised you guys, in the chat. And I want your thoughts and opinions, whether you're a West Ham fan, Chelsea fan, whoever you are, really. The link is there. There is the link. Make sure you come in, get involved, have your say with me. We're going to do score predictions a bit later. What are we on the subs? All right, so we're about 38 subscribers away, guys, from 3.3k. So please make sure you subscribe to GNA TV. Mr. Redneck's in the house. How we doing?
What's going on, big man?
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while, but it hasn't really. I've just, it's only been 2 days since the last stream. But yeah, all good, mate. How are you?
A bit nervous about tomorrow's game.
Yeah, tell me why.
I think it's because of not enough break time between Wednesday game and again 12:30 game, early first game on Saturday. I just think the players not gonna have plenty of time to recover, and for me that could affect the lineup.
You do know, Redneck, that December is a period that we play every 2-3 days, maybe 3-4 days. It's
Thank you. I did not know that.
That's what I'm saying to you. So this thing of being worried about that.
Yeah,
we,
but
we've got,
with the thin squad like we have right now with all the injuries, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? We're saying that Liverpool has a thin squad. I don't think Liverpool last season had more injuries than we did this season. Because this season, I think we counted over 10 injuries already. With all the players like Kovacic and all that. I don't think Liverpool had that many injuries, and that year that they had the most important injury, which was Van Dijk, which affected their team. But
yeah. I don't think the issue is the depth. I agree with you in terms of the quality in them positions. We lack the quality that we have. I think there's a too much of a big gap between when we've got our fit 11 to the people that come on from the bench to play in them positions if people are injured. I think that's the issue we have at the moment.
Look at this way. We went from starting 11 midfield to the third or fourth string 11.
Yeah.
Due to the injuries, not because there was too many games, you know what I'm saying? It was due to the injuries.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know how Robin Loftus-Cheek how he will be, because he was a bit tired on Wednesday at the end of the game.
I mean, who else comes in there though? That's my thing, because
I don't like. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only thing I think it could be happen. I'm not saying it would happen. If Mount will go beside Jorginho.
Yeah. Well, that's a possibility. But
plus Alonso played 90 minutes with Watford, so I think maybe Aspi will go onto the left wing.
Well, I mean, in terms of this lineup, is there anything you would change about it, Redneck?
That's what I say. If it was for me, it's a gamble. Yeah, that will be the it, and Aspi for Alonso. And maybe Pulisic. I would like to see Pulisic, Cho, and Lukaku play together one time, at least. Maybe this not the game to try, but I think
I want to see it.
I want to see it. I want to see it, but I don't know if West Ham is the one that should try it.
Yeah, I agree. I'd also like to see Havertz play up there. With
Havertz played now 90 minutes also, but he's a young kid, so he might will start again instead of Pulisic.
Yeah.
Beside Lukaku.
Yeah. I mean, VJ in the chat was saying how Ziyech deserves to start. VJ, why does Ziyech deserve to start, mate?
Hey, Jim. It's not about deserving. If Tuchel is going to pick this team, of course Ziyech starts. I've told you plenty of times, right? This is, as much as there is a divided fan base in terms of Ziyech's performance every single game, there is something that Tuchel notices in Ziyech, and every single time if there is an opportunity, Ziyech gets picked up, right? And the current form that he's showing, he's probably going to play. Even if you don't want him to play, I don't think so that's going to happen. You could argue maybe he's more effective coming from the bench. That might happen as well. I'm not saying that won't happen, but he definitely is showing his presence in this game. That much is something which is predictable from my end. So he either starts, or he starts off from the bench. But I think Ziyech is going to play this game either way.
Okay, I don't know. Is that more of, from your perspective, is that what you think Tuchel's going to do, or is that what you would want more so, would you say, with Ziyech playing?
You know what? Initially, see, this is the thing, right? I think this is what Tuchel would do. And also, to an extent, even I want. Because, see, I've seen a couple of performances from Ziyech, but then both that performance was against not top-tier teams. So I want him to see. I want to see how he.
Is this the game
against
though, against West Ham, a team that's sitting in fourth, a team that's winning? Been winning games all right recently. They've lost and drew a couple, but they're a good team on their day at home. Is this the kind of game that we would like to risk maybe Ziyech coming in and starting? I don't know. That'd be my question.
If you want to see Ziyech performing against top teams, instead of him, instead of us risking him against Liverpool, United, or City, I prefer West Ham any day.
Fair enough. I hear that, mate. Arnabav, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you? How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. What were your thoughts on this lineup? What would you change about it?
No, the issue with me is that means the squad is that I think that right now we are assuming that how we think West Ham are going to play, because we don't know they are going to press or they are going to sit back, just what Juventus did against us. And if they are going to sit back, then I think we need somebody. Means I know that won't be happening, but I think in
I don't think
midfield
so.
we
West
need
Ham are
somebody
gonna
like
sit back.
Barkley.
I don't think so. West Ham are going to sit back. You're
Yes,
probably going to see
West
a lot
Ham
of
is
shots
not.
from Benrahma and Antonio. They're not going to sit back. Come on.
I think they will concede pressure. I think they'll do a bit of both. I think they will concede the ball, but at the same time break with pace when winning the ball, and that's where I think they'll try and play against Chelsea. But
They're going to attack from the back, but I don't think so. They're going to sit back.
Maybe press us.
I think the transition is going to be way quick. We're not going to possess the ball in the middle. We're just going to pass it to the middle and pass it to forward immediately. We're not going to hold the ball and pass between them. It's going to be a
That's
quick
what the issue
transition.
was with RLC and Saul in last match. Watford, their transition was too fast, and I don't know why Saul and RLC tried to keep the ball for so long time.
You know what? You're talking about RLC. I know even Bex wanted to talk about this. Jim, I don't know what's going on with RLC. I mean, he played with Jorginho against with Manchester United. Even I thought maybe Saul Niguez is playing with him at the Watford game, so he doesn't have the necessary experience, or maybe he is being constricted because of Saul Niguez playing alongside him. But then against Manchester United as well, he was not that good. So maybe it's time for RLC to be like benched for a couple of games before he gets back. I mean, this is exactly the time where we wanted him to perform. And I don't want him. I mean, I don't really want him to be benched. But then his performance is not that great as much as what we would expect from him. Thoughts?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree massively with what you're saying. Eric Blue, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right, Jim. How are you guys? How's everything?
All right, mate. All right. Just looking forward to this game tomorrow. I feel a bit of jitters in the air with people around me today. Usually we're quite confident and looking forward to the game. I think everyone's a little bit reserved about this game tomorrow. You know, how you feeling?
Yeah, look, December is never straightforward, and after the last match, you can't be too surprised that people are not, so confident. But I still think we'll win. I think we will get the results we want. I like the lineup that you did before, but I mean, you can make an argument for Pulisic to start, but I think Mount he was decisive, so he was involved in both goals. So I think he deserves to start again.
Yeah.
So I would start him ahead of Pulisic. Maybe bring Pulisic off the bench. Maybe bring Ziyech off the bench. I think the team is pretty, Alonso, yes, I'm most concerned about Alonso, to be honest, because I don't see him as a long-term option. I'm not sure what the solution is, but he's just not. There's no solution. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, man.
There isn't one. Unfortunately, we have to stick with what we got, Eric Blue, at the moment, unless we.
Alonso's going to retire here. That's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna think he's gonna be sold.
Paulo Ferreira. We had Paulo Ferreira, right?
Yeah, I wanted to just mention about I wanted to mention about Jorginho, and I think if West Ham are smart, they will try to do what Watford did to us, because Watford put us under a lot of pressure, and they made things very difficult for us. I don't think Jorginho would have helped us against Watford. I really don't. I've heard people saying it, but I just can't see it. I just can't. I think Jorginho would have been in big trouble against Watford. So if West Ham are smart, they might try to do something similar, but I think we might be able to have more control in this game with Jorginho and just keep the ball. And I'm expecting us to have a much better, passing accuracy and create better chances to win the match. So I think it's going to be a better performance. It has to be. That match was horrible. That was a very bad performance against Watford.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can only improve.
I didn't really get to talk about the Watford game. Obviously, I did try and do a pre-recording and load it up, but it didn't work. I had bad Wi-Fi where I was. So, yeah, I was frustrated watching that game. I was happy that we got the points, but I was really pissed off with the performance, to be honest, with a lot of them. But we moved from that game anyway, and it is what it is. But what are you saying, Hassan?
Nothing much really. I don't get why is everyone like I kind of get why they're a bit like cautious when it comes to talking this preview based on the last game, but I felt like last game I knew it was just gonna be frustrating. We all knew it was gonna be frustrating after the 5 minutes before the whole incident happened. But going into this game, I think it's going to be another one, but I think it's maybe going to be 1 or 2 goals we're going to win by. The lineups, I mean, back line's probably going to be that, but I don't know, man. The problem is, are we going to... I don't know. We don't know the extent of our defense, how long is Chalobah and all these lot out for. So it's going to be very risky, playing these 3 at the back. And we're going to have to hope that they stay fit for the next few weeks, because Chalobah's most likely won't come back until, before our Carabao Cup game, which is probably like the 20th. So, yeah, front 3 I would agree with, but it depends. I think Mason Mount, or it's between Mason Mount or Havertz, but I think he will start with Mount and then bring on Havertz in the second half. It's going to be a frustrating game, and we're going to have to be clinical tomorrow. Like I even say to you, Jim, I've said it many times before, we've always created 3 goal scoring chances. Can we just put it in the back of the net, or we're going to have the same situation?
This is why Lukaku's playing, isn't it? Now, I keep banging on about Lukaku. He needs, for me, I need to start seeing him score. I want him to start, and I want to start seeing goals in the back of the net, man. It's like... there's not much more to say other than he needs to be involved. He needs to be involved in everything that we do going into these games. And if we do fizz out of games and we aren't creating and he's not getting involved, then there's going to be questions. We ask questions of a lot of our forwards. He's no different. I want to see big performances from him. He's experienced. There's no excuses for him anymore. He needs to come in and kick on. That's the way I see it with Lukaku. But what are you saying, Nick Blue?
Yeah, big up, Jim. Yeah, I think your team, the one you prefer, and Tuchel's, or you think Tuchel's going to do. Yeah. But I really think tomorrow we need our strongest possible team. For me, it has to be Aspi at the back with Rudiger and Thiago Silva. Christensen, I know he's faster, but we need experience more than anything tomorrow. It's going to be a really hard game. And so I put Aspi, not Christensen. I put the 3 most reliable and experienced of the lot. Mendy, of course. And we have no choice. We have to put Alonso on the left. There's no choices really. So he has to play. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek, that's an odd dodgy one for me. I think he will play because there's no one else as well. Like Alonso, he had a really bad game on against Watford. Him and Urso were non-existent. I just want to mention about that game. It wasn't Rudiger's fault we lost. It was Loftus-Cheek mistake, which we lost our goal. If you go back and see it again, you will see whose mistake it was. I love Ruben, but he wasn't in the game at all against Watford.
Nick Blue, they were all poo, mate, including.
Oh, yeah,
Rudiger.
they were. They were, except for me, only Havertz, Mount, and Ziyech when he came on.
Yeah.
And Thiago Silva, they were good.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that.
the rest were rubbish. Yeah.
I thought Mount, Havertz, Thiago Silva. Listen, the first half, not one player was good. It was that had to be one of the worst performances I've seen under Tuchel.
I've never seen a Chelsea team play.
Jim, we didn't have the ball only to say if it was good or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me finish 1 second.
Yeah, go on.
Boswell, is it you? No. Anyway, yes, we have no choice with Alonso, and we have no choice with Loftus. We had Kante or Kovacic, would have been perfect. So we have to have Loftus and Jorginho, of course. Reece James is back with Jorginho, so he's going to play for sure. And Lisa, the top three, it's about time. I think we need that experience. We need Lukaku as our number 9. He has to show what he's worth now. It's time for him to show, like you said. Plus, we need him for the defense as well. He really defends well at set pieces against us. And I think it's very hard with the next two. Could be Mount or Havertz. Could be Mount, Cho. I think for me, I would put Cho. I just hope he starts looking up, like he does. He hasn't been lately. He has to look and see where the player is, see where, not just dribble with his eyes on the bloody grass. Look at the play.
I agree, yeah.
That's what he does a lot. That's the only thing was keeping him down. Otherwise, he was going to be a great player if he starts doing that. And Lukaku, Cho, and for me, it'll probably be Mount, like you said. I think that's probably our strongest team. And I like Ziyech was very good against Watford. When he came on, he was good. He got a good goal. I like, but I think he only plays good off the bench. He has to be on the bench with the rest. And so, it's going to be a hard game tomorrow. But we need our experienced players. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I do hear you on that one. I mean, Redneck, you said you were worried tomorrow. Are you worried about anything that West Ham possess against Chelsea? Is there? Are you worried about the Antonios and the Benramas and them type of players?
I'm not worrying about individuals. I never worry about the individual players. It's not how I defend. It's not how they taught us how to defend into the center back and the baseball league. But anyway, as a defender, you're not worried about individuals. You worry about splitting the lines. You're not worried as 1 versus 1. That's not a problem. That's not the problem. That's the biggest thing for defender is make sure that you don't break the lines, the angles cut out. That's why most of the people don't understand that the understanding between defense is more important than physical ability. That's why I don't think Azpilicueta will not start over there on the right. It's not about experience. It's about understanding who should be, because Christensen has more passing and vision on the field than Aspi. Aspi does it, but I mean, not much difference between them. It's basically preference at the end of the day. So for me, Christensen, I think he will start because first of all, he's better in aerial duels than Azpilicueta. That's number one. Second, he does have he's physical player and he can pace recovery, which is important against the individual if the lines are broken. If the lines are broken, that's how you defend. You try to get into the position again, into the angles again. It's basic like the lines, how you defend your lines. If the one line gets broken, you immediately attack it and you create a new block. That's why Rudiger and Thiago Silva looks too good, because when Rudiger is going forward, Thiago Silva acknowledge it and he just prepares with it.
Yeah,
he's ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing for me. I think Rudiger and Thiago Silva is stuck. Like I said, it depends what Tuchel thinks. If they physically tired, there could be lineups we don't understand, and it's gonna be a lot of moaning. I wouldn't be surprised if Timo Werner start. I won't be, because based of what lineup we had and how short of a time it would, I don't want Timo Werner to start. But if he starts, you know what I'm saying? Like, it will be crying a lot, but I can see the reason why, because Lukaku, I want Lukaku to start, but I don't think he will start, actually. If you ask me personally, I don't think he'll start. I don't think he's physically ready for the 90 minutes.
He should be starting though, right?
He should be starting, but I don't think he would.
Redneck, I thought he was fit even before the Manchester United game. I thought maybe
Tuchel and then Tuchel came back and said that he's available only for 8 minutes, which doesn't make any sense. Like, how you can figure out 8 minutes?
Yeah, I thought maybe he was slowly, getting him to play the entire game instead of just, giving the first game itself 90 minutes. Maybe he was just slowly setting him into the squad. That's how I thought, because maybe due to the nature of the injury, he had 2 games actually that he played like 15 minutes each, right? More or less. So, you know what? West Ham game wouldn't be bad for him to start for the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know how physically he's ready. If me personally, I will start Lukaku. But if he's not ready, what are you going to do? You're going to go into the month of December 50-50, Lukaku can survive 90 minutes, or Lukaku not, especially with Zuma, especially with that kind of defense. You never know. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it's always going to be somebody that's not happy. Like, if Lukaku starts and he get hurt, why did he start him if he's not fit? Why he start Timo Werner? You see what I'm saying? So no matter what happens, it's going to be. So I trust Tuchel to make a right decision, even if it's not going to please him.
Well, do you think there's a good chance that Kai Havertz might lead the line?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. I actually think more than anything he will start the line. Maybe like,
you know what? One
could
thing
there also be a possibility of Werner as well starting with Havertz? So
yeah,
maybe, but then
on the left.
No. If Werner will start, he will be on the right.
On the left.
No, Werner would start on the right. Yeah,
Werner
right.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
He'll surely play Odoi on the left.
No, I don't mind. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to run.
No, Mount is definitely starting. I think it's good. I don't, like I said, I don't think Timo Werner is going to start. I wouldn't be surprised if he will.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Cho had the week off.
Yeah,
Mount is ready physically, so Mount is a young kid. He can. The only problem is that Kai Havertz played 2 games, and Kai Havertz comes in after hamstring. It's not just a regular injury; it's a hamstring injury.
I don't think he starts. I don't think Kai Havertz. I would like to see Kai play, but not as a lead in the line. I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Lukaku come in, but I'd actually like to see Kai Havertz play with Mason Mount off him again. You know, when we first started the season with Lukaku, Kai, and Mount, I'd like to see that. But at the same time, I would like to see Lukaku, Kai, and Cho as well. Like that's what I would like to see. As well.
I could see that in the Champions League game, but I don't see this game. Like with all 3, it's going to be.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say is we have options, right? If Lukaku don't play tomorrow, then Havertz will lead the line 100%. I don't see Werner doing that. I don't see Werner coming in and playing as a number 9. I don't think.
No. If Werner's coming, he's coming with someone. He's not going to be the leading line player.
They're coming with Pulisic up front.
Yes. Anubhav, what did you say, mate? Go on.
No. For me, the issue is that every player in our team who are playing in the front are good when they are coming from the bench. So right now, when you are saying in the comments, I think so, you would have got so many combinations for the front 3. So that's what the issue is for us right now. Even RLC is good when he comes from the bench. So when he's starting the games, as I have seen since the 1-2 games, so he has not been that good. So that's what the issue is for us right now. And tomorrow we really need Lukaku, because the defense of West Ham needs some striker who is physical. And if Havertz, Mount, and Odoi are playing, I don't think so. they would be facing that many problems.
You know what? That's where I beg to differ. And about the problem is, like, the West Ham United are going to be a defensive, physically strong defensive unit. But if you want to really break that team, then all that you have to do is have people like Pulisic, Mount, and Sonodoy dribbling, because that dribbling can cause a lot of fouls, and we get free kicks in dangerous situations, and we can probably move the gameplay accordingly. But then when you attack a physical, defense with another physical defense, physical attack, it's probably going to be like a stalemate. You won't get anything out of it.
I think tomorrow's going to be a midfield battle. I think whoever's midfield turns up will win it. Because the last thing,
you already know that.
But then again, I can also see us not play Lukaku and us guys spamming crosses and Zuma just heading away easily. So we're gonna have to find a way tomorrow to break them down.
Well, we can play two different ways, so that's the great thing. If we do start Lukaku and we are just pinning the balls in the air, even though I don't think we will, even if he is playing, then we can always switch it and play Havertz or a front three, that interchange and move, and that might drag defenders out of positions and create space in pockets for people to run in. And that's the option we have. We can play in different ways with different varieties, because we do have a fit forward line for the first time in a little while.
Jim, why do you have Jorginho on the right? Shouldn't it be on the left?
No.
Why would it be on the left?
Is Jorginho going to help Alonso defend? We're both weak.
I really thought
physical player.
I thought partially the way that Ruben Loftus-Cheek was not performing was probably due to Alonso, because he had to backtrack for Alonso every single time, along with Rudiger. So
that's exactly my point on the yesterday's
What basically happened in the Watford game is that Ruben Loftus-Cheek drifted wide, and Saul Niguez drifted wide. So our midfield basically was empty,
100%.
like literally empty. I don't want that to happen today. I thought maybe Jorginho coming this side could probably relieve some sort of pressure for Alonso. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is really struggling to handle two positions at the same time. And he doesn't have to. He's not that experienced to do that as well.
I've never seen Jorginho play off the left, though. That's my thing.
Exactly. Right. Kovacic always played with it. So for me, the Jorginho always should be on the right, because James is a physical, also is a good defender. On the Watford game, I've been saying it. It's not only Alonso's fault. I think the whole left side was weak. That's why Rudiger was under so much pressure. Pulisic couldn't hold the ball up top. Saul couldn't hold the ball on the left side. Alonso couldn't hold the ball on the left side. So all they did is put Sissoko between Saul and Alonso and just disturb stuff. He just did it over there, interrupt all kinds of passing, and that's it. We're crippled on the left side.
Yeah. Is it any shots? Yeah. Go on, mate.
It's literally just one person. Sissoko did an amazing job by literally blocking both of them.
And it was as if Toni Kroos was running through our defense. It was Sissoko basically, but he was just running through the midfield as if there was no midfield only for Chelsea.
Anybody? Do you think that Kovacic is a good midfielder? Because Kovacic usually plays on that left side, right?
Yeah.
So if Kovacic plays for Loftus-Cheek, and we're going back and see when Alonso played well, when he actually benched Chilwell. Do you remember that? When he benched Chilwell?
Yeah, initially.
So who was playing beside Alonso all the time?
Kovacic.
And a Kovacic like how you say it, like a lubricant guy. Nothing.
Yeah.
He's such a press resistance.
That's the problem. We don't have Kovacic or Kante. That's the against Watford. We didn't have a midfield. It was 3 up and 4 at the back, trying to do everything. It was like I said, it wasn't existent. There was no midfield. And Rudiger, did a number to the really with Alonso there as well. It was the whole team was bad, but it was like playing with 10 men the first half.
You know what? This is how I put it, right? The left wing back Alonso, just because Alonso is playing on the left wing back, both left centre back and also our left, defensive midfielder, or however you want to put it, both of them are getting impacted because they basically have to do 2 men's job just to cover Alonso.
Yes. Yeah.
Why? Why? Because you're saying the midfield's not doing the job. Is that what you're saying right now?
You should see yesterday's Watford game's heat map, Jim. I mean, every attack was launched on that left-hand flank. Like most of the attack.
But-
Yeah, but that's obvious.
Hold on a
isn't it?
second. That goes towards Saul too. Doesn't go only towards Alonso. You can't say that we attacked the left side based on only on Alonso. But it's like, look, you can see if you see Saul yesterday in the Wednesday game, he was horrible, more horrible than actual Alonso.
Yeah, but no.
And
But
you
my
know
point,
how I can? Do you know how I can tell it wasn't Alonso? Because the minute we made the sub, Chalaba went into the midfield. Alonso started leveled up the game.
Yeah, he was better second half. Yes.
Yeah, but he's still, for me, he's still a
Come on,
weakness.
Jam.
That's
He's
my
not a
issue.
number
No,
one left wing back. Like
He's still. Look, my issue with him is just his recovery speed. He can get up the pitch, but can he get back in them pockets? I don't think he
Yeah.
can.
But
That-
that's the
Jam,
problem. We
you
don't
can-
get cut on the recovery. Did we concede it on the recovery? No.
No, but we will.
conceded by individual.
We will against teams that are better equipped to
Yeah,
go and
but-
attack.
This
the
is
pitch.
the
but-
biggest
but
mistake.
Jam-
That's my
Jam,
Jam, you say-
I
you
completely
say that and you
disagree
can-
with you. I
Jam-
completely disagree with you. We
they
only
will.
open. We will. How do you know? If you want to predict the future, I'll buy you a plane. Come
No,
to
I'll
Vegas.
tell you why.
I'll bet you you will make some money for me if you know
No,
the
listen.
future.
Why? Listen. When Alonso
No,
plays on that team,
finish. Let me finish.
wait, God,
when-
you finish. Go on.
When we play, how many goals we conceded out of open play?
We don't concede many.
So that's my point. So how you can blame Alonso and his recovery pace if we don't concede out of open play?
Because you haven't seen enough of him consistently playing in that position.
That's another
But-
problem.
But
But that's my question
issue.
to you.
Red-
Do you
Red
know
Neck,
the
that's my
future?
issue.
Redneck,
Because
Redneck. But
because
the thing is, you cannot
one
just
second,
actually
VJ.
hope.
One
I'm
second.
not don't get me twisted. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
defending Alonso. I'm saying he's not that bad as people make of
Yeah,
it.
but this is my problem again, and this goes back to when we started at the beginning of the season and Chilwell wasn't getting in the team. It's not that he can't do a job, because he can. I'm not saying he's absolutely useless, because he knows that position very well. It's just at what level do you get it from Alonso playing in that position? For me, it's not of a great quality. You know, he will do a job there.
I agree with
That's
you.
cool. But the issue I have with him is his consistency to do that throughout 3 months, 4 months when he's
I
relied
agree
upon.
with you
Which
too.
Yeah,
we're
but
going to find out now,
Jam,
because
Jam,
we have
Jam,
no options.
that's
We have
the
no
Jam,
problem.
no one.
We-
wait,
we-
Jam. No one's asking him to play 3-4 months.
But he's going to have
Exactly.
to without Chilwell. Who else is coming in there? Go on. Who plays there now? Chilwell's not there.
Aspie gonna
what-
chip
he
in.
only has to play for 8. He only has to play. He only has to play for 8 months, and even then, it won't be all of the time. He only has to play for
7
about a
games
month
in
until in
December.
January. But again, until January when we can figure out an option. Like I agree with Redneck. I don't get why everyone keeps complaining about Alonso. He's not like he's a standard Premier League player. He's not compared to Chilwell, and that's fine. But he can do a job until because if people are saying don't play him and play someone else there, like what do you want? If you play Aspie there, he's not great going forward, even on the right hand side.
This-
You play him there, and all of a sudden people are going to complain that he can't link well with whoever who plays left wing, so Pulisic or Cho or whatever. And then you say play Saul there, and Saul hold on, yeah. Hold on. People will say play Saul
big
there.
mistake
But
was
if Saul then
Saul
has
Alonso.
a bad game, people will say, "Oh, Saul's not a Premier League player. He's terrible loan, worst signing, etc., etc."
Yeah.
Just
Like
whatever.
Tuchel
Just wait until
said,
January when we
expected-
buy someone or
For
bring
his
back someone
position, he's
from
the
loan,
only one we
or
have.
maybe Chilwell comes back. Like people continuously complaining, like you're overdoing it. Like enough is enough. Just stop. It's only a month.
No,
fine.
but wait a sec. Me, when I complain about it, it isn't an agenda thing against him, because I always say,
We
I
know
always,
that.
I always say with Alonso that we will win games with him on the pitch, and we will. That's not the issue. My issue isn't specifically, it is Alonso to a degree, but it's more of the system that we play. This system requires a specific player like James and Ben Chilwell to be able to play in that system, and that system relies, unfortunately, and I know people don't want to hear it, on these wing backs. And
I
that,
agree.
that's my issue. So
Yeah,
wait,
Jem,
wait
then
a
it's-
sec. 2 seconds.
Sorry,
Let me just
sorry.
finish. 2 seconds, and I'll go. My thing is that the level that we had from Chilwell and James is so high that when they were both playing, we were winning games comfortably, and that was because they were assisting, they were scoring, they can defend, their recovery pace was good. There was no weakness in us because of how good they are at playing that position. when Alonso comes in, he can play that position. But to what level can he play that position, and how consistently can he do that? That's my issue. Bring someone in from the academy that is young.
That.
Maybe see if Tuchel can elevate him, to not to the same level as James and Chilwell, but just sort of get close to it. I don't think Alonso's anywhere near it. That's my problem.
But
and it is a target for people to go down that wing.
Yeah, but just be.
Is he cut again?
Yeah, Prime.
So
you need the.
It doesn't mean
Wi-Fi.
Maybe then it's up to
Stop
maybe
stealing your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
All right, sorry. Well, maybe slightly alter the system a bit or something, or just like, and it's up to Tuchel. Figure out something, just until they get to January. Like people saying, just bring whoever from the academy that's there right now. What if they can't do it? If they come up and then they start playing a few games and like they don't play well, they play as bad as Alonso plays, and we lose. What are you then going to say? Oh, he's from the academy.
Then this system, then that's the case. Then this system will not look as this system will not look like it used to when Chilwell and James are playing.
Well, then
we will have to accept games where we don't play well in this system, and we maybe win 1-2-0 because it's going to happen.
But that's why I say. But that's why I say we alter it a bit, maybe. But again, like
I actually
not everything is perfect. Some things have weaknesses. It's up to the manager and whatever system you have to protect against that. We know Alonso doesn't have that recovery pace, whatever. You can't keep complaining about it. You find something to protect against that. And it also doesn't help. I agree with you. It also doesn't help him when you've got Saul playing on the left, who just
I agree with
hasn't played that well either. When we've got a strong team, a strong team playing, and Alonso is in that said strong team, he's not terrible.
Yes, I agree with that.
Gem, here's my I don't actually have a problem with his recovery pace, because the way we playing, we don't get out of position quick. That's why Jorginho steps in stay back. For me, actually, I don't like how he goes forward.
Yeah, it's too slow.
For me, it's not that. It's him and whoever the left inside forward is. I don't think he links up well. I think he holds the passes. Do you see how many times?
He holds.
Chilwell frustrated. You see what I'm saying? For me, that's the problem with Alonso. That's what Chilwell is doing better, because
it's the all-round.
Exactly. I don't have problem with him recovering pace, because we have a midfielder who actually stays back. For me, it's how he links up with whoever in front of him.
Yeah,
it is the all round. I agree. It's not just the. I know we were talking about the defensive aspect, but
you see what I'm saying
as well. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's an issue.
That's what because him and Chilwell literally like two guys from different planet when they act
I'm not sure we can. I mean, I know what Prime says about we can wait till January, but I'm not sure. Honestly, Alonso has been one of Chelsea's worst players these last two matches. I mean, he's been awful. So I don't know if we can. Yeah,
I just don't understand.
But there's literally like people saying no to the academy. Do you not think Tuchel has seen our guys in the academy? Maybe again,
no evidence.
It's not a risk that you were saying.
If
I was him, I'm not fast tracking a guy from the academy who's like 16, 17, whatever years old, just to play left wing back because you guys are playing Alonso's not good enough. Because if they are thrown in and they're costing us a few games on the bounce,
you're right.
All of a sudden we're out of the title race. And what are we going to do? You guys are going to say, and also that player from the academy will also suffer a hindrance.
But that
will also take away his confidence. And all of a sudden, people will start. The youth lovers will start saying, "Oh, we can't get on his back. It's not his fault. What other options did we have? We only had Alonso." Just wait until January. If in January, that's when you can assess: do you buy someone? Do you bring back whoever's on loan, or maybe bring someone in from the academy to play then? Not now. Like there's nothing wrong right now just playing either Alonso or using an Aspie for a game or using Cho or something. Like that's for me. I don't really necessarily care per se who plays there. It's just getting through these games.
This system involves this system needs energy. That's the thing that I think we miss massively because and I'll not say that he hasn't got the energy because
but that's
for me,
energy comes from midfield, not from wing backs.
Yeah, but it does come from the wing backs because if you watch them, they not only are they getting forward, but they also have to get back, and then they go into midfield, and then they go up, and then they're playing as a forward, and then they're in defence, and then they're everywhere on the pitch.
I tend to agree with Jem here. I mean, this system relies on the wing backs. I've told plenty of times. Yes. The energy comes from the wing backs. Everything is being starting from the wing backs. You want the wing backs to be the back five. You want the wing backs to be the front five for the attacks. That's the importance of this particular system. The double pivot, yes, of course, is a link between the attack and defense. But honestly, this system is completely defined by the wing backs. And if one of your wing backs is Alonso, I mean, I'm not saying that Alonso is a super bad player or something of that sort. It's just that we are so much used to seeing Chilwell playing better in that position. So when Alonso is being slotted in, you automatically feel that it's a bit slow. I mean, one thing that we'll also understand is that against Watford, Dennis was playing on that plan. Dennis is one of the quickest players as well. I mean, he's got 6 goals and 5 assists, nothing to take away from him. He's like, his contributions in terms of goal and assist aggregate is like just one less than Salah in the league. So he's come up against a very top player as well. So nothing to take away from that. So Dennis was too quick for him, I understand. But not every time he's going to be against these sort of, quicks. So,
no, he's not.
Yeah.
No.
I do agree with Prime, though. I do agree with what Prime said. I don't think we can get a youth player and he's the solution. I don't think that can be a
I don't think it is, but one way or the other, it might be of a point that we get to January, and rather than just rely on him for the next 4 or 5 months of the season, because we're only 2 points ahead at the top of the league at that point, it might be a case of we need to go and bring someone in. It might happen. I'm not saying we will. We're
definitely going to get left back. I promise you, we're definitely going to get.
I think we need to strengthen both sides.
No, I'm saying.
Well, Jem,
you know what?
Jem,
Definitely.
People.
The problem is it's not not
from the success.
Yeah, but
from the success.
Jem, I've agreed with you and said that, but my point is there's no point complaining.
Prime, your Wi-Fi is shocking. Man.
Yeah, you Wi-Fi, man.
Come out.
Stop stealing from your neighbor.
That's a good one. That's a good one, right now.
What I'm trying to tell you, Jim, it's not. I understand your concern, and I think I seriously think we will buy somebody in January, or at least bring somebody. I think Kennedy is a good value to bring back from loan from Brazil to help us on the left side until the end of the season, because we're still in the 5 competition. I agree with you, Alonso. Even with Chilwell, I don't think we're good on the left side. But I think if our midfield is gonna be strong enough the way it's supposed to be, it will ease up the pressure off Alonso, and you will see the little bit more consistency. The biggest thing is how many games Kovacic play without a break.
That's
you see what I'm saying? That's how.
We have.
And eventually he got hurt.
We have Emerson as well still.
Emerson's
still our player. He's on loan.
Yeah, he's at Marseille or in France.
Yes,
somewhere.
And he hasn't been playing bad for Italy either. So I wouldn't be
Emerson
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring.
He ain't bringing Emerson back.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, recalling some from that bigger teams is going to be possible. I mean, if he's playing somewhere in a small league or some small division like Kennedy, that is possible. Then
I think the one thing I've learned massively about this team, especially this season, is that even though we have the depth, I don't actually think we have the quality for this system. So going into summer, I think we need to strengthen in certain positions, like the wing-back positions, because if Reece James and Ben Chilwell are both injured at some point, who's coming into them positions? Alonso and Aspie. Like, we haven't got like Livramento could be perfect for this right now. Like when you look at someone like Livramento, for example, that could have come back in and played. Like that could have been backup. Do you know what I mean?
Jim.
But when they both feel, who's gonna start? Somebody's gonna be unhappy. Jim, come on. You do better than that. You can't have Livramento and James at the same team.
Why would Livramento leave Southampton to be on the bench for Chelsea?
Yeah, Livramento is not coming back. You know, he's saying
but then you can have the same argument for Conor Gallagher then, because if he comes back, how's he getting in the team? Like
because he will bench Mount. I truly believe he can bench Mount.
He won't bench Mount.
Watch out, John is in the bushes. Watch out, John.
Good time to say that.
One second, VJ. We are Chelsea Football Club, and we do play in 4 or 5 competitions a season, which means that there is a lot of games that we played. We can't just rely on our 11, and we do need to have quality that matches what we have in our first team. Not at the same level, but near enough. The issue is we don't have that currently.
Yeah,
Jim,
that's because
I
most
think,
of them
I
ask
think
game
next
time.
season we're gonna switch the system.
Maybe if he does that.
Oh, I think we are.
I think next
we are.
season we're gonna switch the.
Go on, Vijay.
Yeah,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the comment there, like I guess it was from Reggie G. It said you need two systems to win the league. I mean, I tend to agree to it. We have to start building that second system, Jim. I mean, one thing in terms of having two systems is that the team opposition team will not know most of which system that we're going to play and how the players are going to be. So that's one thing. And the second thing is that it's not so much reliant on certain players that if we don't have those players, we'll not be able to perform. So I think maybe it's high time that we start developing the second system. Not saying that we're going to get immediate success out of it, but at least try and implement those in the cup competitions that we have, coming up. I think it's high time.
We don't have a squad for a second system.
Yeah,
I mean, probably get away with a 4-2-3-1. I think.
No, Redneck, what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
if you start developing that sort of a system, or you, at least Tuchel starts thinking of the second system, and if you know that, or if you realize that, okay, we don't have the proper players for it, that's when you go to the winter transfer market and get something out of it, right?
Yeah,
if you think now, you can do that.
That is not how it works. You can't have two squads for one team.
I'm not saying entirely two different systems. Right? I mean, entirely.
We have like literally most of our midfield in the back. Most of our midfield and most of our defensive line is literally only one-way system. If Thiago Silva starts in the back four, he ain't gonna be Thiago Silva. I'll tell you that.
When you think about the old Chelsea teams that won in the past, we always had good benches. When you look at the 2010 Ancelotti team, that was packed with players that were first-team players sitting on the bench but fighting for their positions. Like, I'm not saying that we need to go and do that and in every position and be this like colossal team that has all the best players. No,
like who did we have in 2010 on the bench that it was a fighting for the first?
Well, we had Alex Lampard.
I mean, the only one that was packed with the quality was the midfield.
The midfield was packed, wasn't it? The midfield was packed.
Essien was already getting
injured.
We
had Essien and Mikel. We had Ballack.
You had Essien. Well,
had Lampard.
Hold on a second. Mikel, Ballack, Lampard. It's a starter. You said we had a good bench.
Yeah, we had Mikel on the bench. We couldn't get
them on the bench, didn't we? They weren't always playing.
Yeah, Mikel was on the bench most of the time. Come on.
And to be honest, our 2010 squad was getting injured.
Chelsea were known for having
a good depth. Yes,
we did,
but we didn't have a depth that we can make two starting 11s. The way you said it,
no,
we
didn't. No. But we had players that could come in and maybe perform near to the same level. Is what I'm trying to get at.
We had a much better bench than now. Easy.
Well, look at Essien, for example. If he didn't play, Mikel came in. He was very good at sitting.
Essien is already done by then. Come on.
But you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I do. Mikel was the primary. Mikel was the starter.
Mikel wasn't always the starter.
He wasn't a starter.
In 2010, it was.
He wasn't guaranteed start. He was on the bench.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Oh, yeah. That's when. Yeah. Okay, still. He was there. He was there. For me, Mikel was actually a better. But another, who's gonna start against Anelka and Drogba?
We had
Kalou.
We
had Kalou's. What's his name? The French guy with dreads all the time.
Malouda.
Yeah.
That's why Malouda and
Malouda was laughing.
They couldn't get a game because we had
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a deeper squad. Our number 11 was really strong. Our first 11.
No, but Chelsea were known for having strength, though, wasn't they? Like, it was like if they had an injury, they could just bring him on from the bench, and it would be God.
We had
Like it was that quality.
It's not like now, when we have injuries now, we don't know what to do. But then we didn't mind.
We have more players now than we had then.
Yeah, but
it's not about players. We had a great players.
We are talking about the quality.
Players shouldn't have been there.
We're talking about the quality right now.
Especially now.
We had
I mean,
but Jim,
do you really want to go through
Red-
these names? Like you've got Ivanovic, you've got fucking. Let's
That's
have a look.
a right
Matic,
back.
no, Matic went there. Why is he in there?
Matic came after, yeah.
Matic was not there. Redneck, but
Matic didn't play then.
No,
He
Jim,
played-
Redneck makes a
Matic
good
wasn't
point
benefited.
actually. Now think about our squad. We're talking about all these people being injured, right? If you don't have injury for Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho, all consider all of them fit, along with them, RLC and Sol Niguez. All of them are first team players, right? All
Yeah.
5. Yeah, so it's not bad. So it's just because we had injury.
Oh
concerns
my
like this.
God.
We had injuries in those days.
I just pulled up a
We had injuries
2010
those
squad.
days, but we had world-class players to come and replace them. Don't forget.
Go on,
Oh,
Redneck.
this
Say
is
what
fun.
you say.
Oh,
The problem is
Patrick
we have
Van
Conte.
Holt.
We have Conte. We can't replace Conte. We can't replace.
Oh,
What season are you looking at? 10-11 or
10
9-10?
11. Yeah, 10 11.
Oh no, I've
We're
looked at
talking
10-11.
about 9-10.
Forget 10-11.
Yeah, so,
It wasn't
yeah,
10-11.
before
it
that.
was 9-10. I remember 10-11. 10-11, we had Benny Unum people. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Look at it.
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't remember what are you talking about because I remember Ancelotti did not have a
Yeah, I'm not
strong squad.
talking about that
He
one.
had this.
Trust me.
He had, I think, 09 or 8 or 9. That's the best.
No.
That's
Well, no,
the best.
look, this is the 9 and 10, right? We had Ivanovic,
9-10.
Cole, Essien, Carvalho, Lampard, Joe Cole, Drogba, Mikel, Ballack, Malouda, Bosingwa, Paulo Ferreira, Deco, Kolu, Sturridge, Matic,
Yeah.
Alex, Baletti.
Sturridge was good at that time.
Yeah,
You know,
Matic was a youngster. Matic was a young
Yeah,
kid.
he was, I
then.
guess so. But, you
We
know,
had
didn't
a
even
great
play.
squad. Yes, it would do.
it was a
But-
very experienced squad, wasn't it? You
Yeah,
know?
but that's
Yes.
an old squad. You know,
Talent.
that was the last year. That was the last year, literally, of them.
Yeah.
That's the last year of those players at Chelsea.
Yeah, we went downhill after that. I remember that for 2
Yeah.
seasons.
But
That's
still
when
they were
That's what I'm
AVP
saying.
coming, remember?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
well-
best team we had. It's 09, 08, 09. I think that's the best
Yeah.
Chelsea squad we had.
I can't even remember. But so many good winning squads, to be honest.
We
But
had
08,
great
09.
squads.
Why are we even
Was it
talking
better
about
than
08,
05,
09? Is it? Oh my God!
The
Somehow,
05, 06 had a lot, didn't
looks
it?
like it's a bit show.
Man, when you said 2010, man, I was like,
No, but I just said 2010 overall, but 9-10, yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
know what I mean? That's not my head, but you know what I mean anyway.
oh, Ryan Joe Cole was.
Don't forget about Joe Cole, man. Joe Cole was
I
sick.
know.
Don't forget Joe
Oh
Cole.
yeah, Joe Cole's a
already.
baller, man.
Joe Cole was
But Joe Cole
truly
was finished
injury
by then.
prone
Yeah,
player.
and how long did Joe Cole
Joe Cole was
Fabio
finished
Borini.
Yeah, that was
Joe
yeah,
Cole-
Perini,
Joe Cole
yeah.
couldn't get a
He was
game.
one of the boys that come up from the reserves, didn't he? I remember
Yeah.
Perini used to play for a lot.
That's a
down there.
transition season, probably.
We had
Let's
here,
get the score prediction, guys. Anyway, I want to get that done because I do want to shoot off as well. We'll
Yeah.
start with Redneck. Redneck, what we saying?
Fuck, I don't want to do it. 5-0.
Say 5-0.
5-0.
You know that I don't predict. I always say 5-0, man. 5-0. I
Redneck
just try
is
to
shut-
think. I just try to
Redneck-
think who's gonna score the hat trick.
Alonso.
Let's go with Jorginho. No, yeah, no. Let's go with Jorginho of No, Alonso hat trick for the haters. All right, man. I'll see you. I'll
For
see
me,
you,
it will be-
Jim. See you guys.
Redneck, take care, mate. See you again. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. See you later. Take care.
Yes.
What are you
So
saying?
for me, it would be 2-0. Mount and Ziyech.
Mountain
Mountain
Ziyech. Okay, fair
Yes.
enough. I hear that. What are you saying, VJ?
I'm gonna go with my fellow Indian there. Mountain Ziyech scoring goals, but then I also think probably Antonio is gonna get 1-2.
What is this with Ziyech, man? You two loving Ziyech up. Like, what is this agenda? Stop this agenda, man.
Oh, come on, it's not an agenda. Come on, I didn't love Ziyech, but then it's not really agenda. I think given his current form, he's gonna score. Come on, let's
Fair
give
enough.
him a chance. At least in
Yeah.
predictions, let
I
him
know.
score. Right?
Listen, I've already said a number of times I'm willing to give them all a chance if they're performing. He deserves a chance until he's not going anywhere to the end of the season anyway. So it's not like I can't give him a chance, is it? Hassan, what are you saying?
I'm saying 3-0, man. We're gonna have to make a statement. And goal scorers, it's gonna be random, but I think it's one's Lukaku's, one's Mount, and then I don't know, maybe one of our defenders scoring from a corner. Rudiger, why not, man? 3-0.
Fair enough. What are you saying, Prime?
3-1. Kurt Zuma scores for them. So
Fuck's sake.
Real Chelsea fan.
Who else scores for Chelsea though?
Lukaku, assuming he plays. Jorginho penalty. Aspi.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Nick Blue, what are you saying? Rudiger hat trick?
I wished. I'm saying I'm going to go for Lukaku and Rudiger 2-0.
Lukaku and Rudiger 2-0. You always say Rudiger, didn't you? You can't not say
Yeah,
Rudiger.
because he gets close. Don't forget he's only against Watford he couldn't get close. With another midfield, he had to be there.
Fair enough.
But what's with James? No one's predicted James. What happened? He's a consistent goal scorer as well.
Yeah, well, I
he's back from an injury.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
So I think we have to go and win. If we play like we did against Leicester, then I expect us to. But I think it will be tighter than what we think. Even though I say 3-1, I think it will be 2-1 for a long time through the period of the game. And I think Chelsea might get a third, say the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes of the game, just to sort of kill them off when they're trying to get the goal. But I expect, I'm going to say Reece James. I think Reece James is going to score one tomorrow. I think Romelu Lukaku, if he starts, scores. If he ain't starting and Havertz starts, I want to see him score, man. He deserves a goal. And if not him, if not them two, then I'm going to go with Alonso. There you go. Alonso, for all you people in the chat. But listen, still over 80 of you guys here. Before you leave, hit the like button. In the comments below, let us know your score predictions for the game as well, guys. Yes, let us know, and I'll respond back to you on there. If you're new, subscribe to GNA TV as well. We will be back. Probably Sunday, I think, maybe. I was going to try and do it straight after the game. That might happen still. I'm not too sure because I've got to shoot out quite early as well. But I'll let you guys know.
Yeah,
if you don't follow us on the Discord app, go and download the Discord app, GNA TV. Go and get yourself over there. We all chat over there after. So everyone in the chat usually chats over there about the football and the lineup.
Just a reminder. Chelsea FA Cup final on Sunday for the women's.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
exactly. It's good you reminded me because I know what time is that?
I think it's
2 o'clock.
Okay, fair enough. I'll double check that as well. But guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves, or day, evening or day, depending on where you are. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. I'll be back again soon. Peace out. See you in a bit.
Up the Blues.